Good evening, and welcome to the Henry Pfeiffer Chapel, and welcome to the Village for our virtual Pfeiffer Day 2023 update. My name is Josh Turner, and I am pleased to greet you this evening on behalf of our student body. I'm a sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I originally chose Pfeiffer to pursue my dream of playing baseball in college. What I didn't realize here as a recruit is that I would discover many other opportunities here. While I love competing for the black and gold, I've found professors who push me to grow academically, and my work here as an RA and summer orientation leader has been a really awesome experience. I'm a health and exercise science major and a Milton Rose Fellow. I hope to one day work in medicine that somehow integrates strength and conditioning into practice with a ministry component. I'll be pursuing graduate school when I complete my undergraduate degree, and my research work alongside my faculty mentor, Dr. Gertz, is helping me figure out what I'm passionate about and what area of study I may want to pursue when I'm ready for the next step. Before you hear from Dr. Bullard, I would like to introduce you to Jayla Young and Caleb Blankenship, who will tell you a little bit about themselves and their plans for the future. Please welcome Jayla Young.
Good evening. My name is Jayla Young, and I am pleased to share my Pfeiffer story with you tonight. I am a junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, and a Pfeiffer nursing student. I also take military science partnership program between Pfeiffer and UNCC. Before coming to Pfeiffer, I took all of my prerequisite classes and was accepted into the nursing program at another school. However, due to personal circumstances, I was not able to enroll there. Despite this setback, I just knew there was nothing else I wanted to do than to become a nurse. So I immediately began doing research on nursing schools in my area. I came across Pfeiffer University and reached out to Dr. Bramlett, who is the director of the nursing program, who invited me to visit the campus to learn more. In that initial meeting, I knew that Pfeiffer was the place for me. Everyone who was present, the people who are now my professors, were not only understanding, but they really cared about my mental state and how they might aid in my academic success. Without hesitation, I accepted their offer for enrollment into the nursing program, and I've been on an incline since then. One of the main reasons I love Pfeiffer is the ability to really connect with your professors in the classroom and develop a professional relationship with them. This encourages student engagement and provides constructive feedback for educational success, and that has really been important to me. Our nursing program also provides a lot of great opportunities for students. My classmates and I are attending nursing conferences, volunteering at health fairs in the community, and even completing a clinical experience at Victory Junction. It's a camp where children with serious medical conditions participate in fun activities such as canoeing, zip lining, and even archery. The nursing facility continues to better our learning through stimulations with high-tech mannequins that teach us to think critically and apply our knowledge to real-life situations. I know that I will be equipped to pass my licensure exam and that I will be prepared to give outstanding care to my patients when I graduate. I might have had a bump in the road at the beginning of my college career, but this is my redemption story. And I will forever be grateful to the Pfeiffer Nursing Facility for believing in me. My peers have also been a great help as we go through this nursing journey together, because we know it's not easy. Upon graduation, I plan on commissioning as an officer in the U.S. Army in the Nurse Corps. After that, I plan on furthering my nursing education with the goal of becoming a nurse practitioner. I will always be thankful for my time as a Pfeiffer student and the education I am receiving here. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Caleb Blankenship, and I'm a senior here at Pfeiffer from Asheboro, North Carolina. I have been a part of the women's soccer team here for 4 years and a student ambassador as well. I am currently majoring in health and exercise science, and my dream is to be an occupational therapist specializing in pediatrics in the future. When I was a senior in high school, I had to make the decision on whether I wanted to attend Pfeiffer and continue my soccer career, or if I wanted to attend another university where I would not have the chance to play. This decision was an easy one for me after seeing this campus I now call home. When I visited Pfeiffer, it was during the summer of my senior year where I wasn't sure what my plans were going to be. My tour guide did a wonderful job showing me everything that Pfeiffer had to offer, and in that moment, I knew this was the place I was going to call home for the next 4 years. My mom and I felt at ease when we were heading home, one, because I knew I was going to have a place where I felt safe and confident, and two, my mom knew I would have a successful career academically and athletically. Throughout my years at Pfeiffer, I have flourished and grown as a person through my time in the classroom and through my leadership opportunities on campus. I can proudly say that my younger self would not recognize the person that I am today. I am now confident in my abilities thanks to my time here. I've had faculty and staff members like Paula Morris and Emily Corella who have believed in me and helped me grow into the person that they saw I could become. Throughout high school, I was the shy individual who didn't like to be involved in big crowds, but now I look for ways to serve as a leader and enjoy helping others see that they can do anything that they put their mind to. Throughout my 4 years, I have been blessed with the best professors. Not only do the professors at Pfeiffer give you the knowledge needed to pass their course, but they are there to help you succeed outside of the classroom. They want to know the face behind the name on an assignment. They see you as a person in their class rather than a number on their roster. I have never been afraid to talk to a professor about an assignment or a test. They want to support you and are really a partner in helping you succeed in all your affairs. Now, as I prepare to walk across the stage in May and graduate, I am continuing my education at one of my favorite places. I will be a student of the Pfeiffer University's Masters of Occupational Therapy program, class of 2025. From my first visit to the Center of Health Sciences in Albemarle, I fell in love with the beautiful building, but the faculty and staff there are the same Pfeiffer family that I know and already love. The professors I met have been encouraging, and I know that I will be supported throughout my graduate degree studies and prepared with the best education when I head out into the real world. Thank you for allowing me to speak with you this evening. I'm a proud member to be the Pfeiffer family. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Scott Bullard, and I'd like to welcome you to this evening in anticipation of next week's Pfeiffer Day. Did not plan to say this, but somewhere in the middle of Kayla's remarks, she said that she remembers feeling lost in the big crowds at her high school, and she came to a place such as this and found mentors and found people who spoke with her inside of the classroom and outside of the classroom. We were recently conducting some strategic planning about Pfeiffer and Pfeiffer's future, and we asked the question, what is Pfeiffer? What does Pfeiffer do? What does Pfeiffer deliver? And we went around the table, a group of faculty and staff, and I'll never forget that our registrar, Robin Listerman, spoke up, and she said, I know what we do at Pfeiffer. We take the supporting actress and turn her into the leading lady. And I am so grateful for this model of education. Tonight you have heard from some of our finest students. You've heard from Josh Turner, who hails from the Triad, who told you that he was a Milton Rose scholar. Milton Rose, that is an indication that Josh's study in health and exercise science is partially funded by the Pfeiffer Foundation, which is linked closely to the very family that founded this college and university. Josh has the opportunity as a Milton Rose Scholar to engage in mentored research projects, the kind of individualized, personalized experience that we think is really unique. One of the most enthusiastic members of our student body, Josh, plays catcher on our baseball team and enthusiastically works in admissions and in residential life as a mentor to other students, and as an ambassador of Pfeiffer to students, to parents of prospective students, when they bring young people to this campus. We did not know this would happen tonight when we asked Josh to offer the welcome, but he is also a recent hero. Last night in the baseball game on our campus, Josh came to bat with the score deadlocked in the 12th inning. We were in extra innings, which for non-baseball fans is sort of like overtime in basketball. Josh broke the tie with a game-winning RBI and was the hero of the night on our campus. And no student is more deserving of a moment of celebration than that student who excels in the classroom and gives of his time outside of the classroom representing Pfeiffer to prospective students, to current students, to prospective donors and alumni. Well done, Josh. Kayla Blankenship is an Asheboro native who will be graduating, but as you heard, she decided to stay a part of the Pfeiffer family and secure her graduate degree in occupational therapy in our new downtown Albemarle campus, the Center for Health Sciences. Like Josh, Kayla majored in health and exercise science. Like Josh, she was a student athlete. We have had a number of Pfeiffer undergraduates go on to study in the Center for Health Sciences, but Kayla, we note, is only the second to stay and go to our very new occupational therapy program, a program which was, in the fall, accredited for the next 7 years as a result of the hard work of the faculty, the staff, and the students in Albemarle. In the exit interview, the chair of the accreditation committee noted not only did they plan to recommend that our accreditation be extended, but that Pfeiffer's partnership with the city of Albemarle was in fact the finest example of a small university partnering with a small town that they had seen. And how about Jayla Young and her story for us tonight, a junior nursing student who has overcome some difficulties in her life that she described for you. Just today, Jayla left her family in Charlotte this morning, came here to Meisenheimer to take classes, to take one medical surgical class and to take a second class in maternal and pediatric health. She does this so well, so consistently, that when I asked Program Director Dr. Martha Bramlett who should speak tonight on behalf of an excellent School of Nursing, Dr. Bramlett introduced me to the story of Jayla Young and all that she has done, but importantly, all that she is doing. The students on the stage tonight represent an interesting combination of students, and in some ways, we believe they represent higher education in America. You've heard Jayla's story tonight. It caused me to think of an article I recently read on higher education entitled, "What About the Other 80%?" This article is startling. It's challenging to administrators like me who assume that we break our students down into traditional students and non-traditional students. But did you know that What About the Other 80% outlines the fact that 80% of college students in America don't live on the campus of our colleges? Jayla is not alone, actually. Kayla lived off campus for some semesters of her Pfeiffer experience. The world is changing, as all of you know, and there are so many good things going on at Pfeiffer that labels like traditional and non-traditional no longer do justice when describing these students. Words like traditional and non-traditional are also challenging to use when we describe academic programs. Ponder for a moment that each of the academic programs that these students participate in as a major were created in this century. Health and exercise science was created in the year 2000. Nursing was launched in the year 2011. And today, Jayla Young's program is rated 9th in the state of North Carolina out of dozens of nursing programs in terms of our graduates and the percentage of those graduates who pass the national licensure examination on the first attempt. Our students, whether they live on campus or off campus, harbor the same hopes, the same dreams for themselves and their families, and in a way that would make our founder, Emily Pruden, proud, our region, as they seek to leave lives of useful service, to use her phrase. At the same time, quote, traditional students in, quote, traditional programs continue to flourish. Just this week, I ate lunch with a young man double majoring in history and religion and not playing a sport at all. He wanted to know more about the path to becoming a college professor. Pfeiffer, in fact, boasts many students who have done well in these two majors. In fact, there is currently a first-year student at Wake Forest Law School named John Payne, who was a history major and a member of our honors program. Today at Duke Divinity School, Slice Penny attended classes, having graduated from Pfeiffer last year and having spoken on this very stage at this very event last year. A new major, in fact, 21st Century Studies, which combines the very best courses from religion, history, and literature, is being considered by the faculty and perhaps in the coming months by the Board of Trustees. Over on the athletics campus, we are having a great spring. Men's lacrosse is undefeated at 7-0. They are bested only by women's tennis, which is 9-0. I've been to 2 women's tennis matches so far this year, and I felt sorry for the opponents. Baseball not only won last night, but I'm told, Mr. Turner, they won their home opener. And last week, and this is some of the big news on campus, last week on spring break, our women's softball team took a tour of the mid-Atlantic states and took on the number 1 team in the country, the number 3 team in the country, the number 5 team in the country, and the number 7 team in the country. They won the first game against the number 1 team in the country, and they won the last game of the week against the number 7 team in the country. Coaches all over the nation thought so highly of their performance last week that Pfeiffer has its first softball ranking, top 25 softball ranking in years, breaking into the rankings yesterday at number 12 in the country. I'd like to tell you a story about that win over the number 1 team in the country. The defending national champion, Christopher Newport University in Virginia, was the host team, and the score was 0-0, and Pfeiffer senior, or graduate student rather, Katie Michaels, came up to bat. Katie is from Boonville, North Carolina, up northwest of here in Yadkin County. And Katie knocked the ball right out of the park, as they say. Pfeiffer won the game 1-0, and a great week got off to a great start. When asked about the week, however, Coach Monty Sherrill will talk to you about the win, but he will also talk about the team bonding that took place. And he likes to tell you about Katie, who has already earned her degree in education at Pfeiffer and is a graduate student currently enrolled in our Master of Arts in Teaching program. Softball's surely been one of our strongest sports in recent years. They play at the Jack, the field named after a man that many of our viewers are familiar with, Pfeiffer legend coach Jack Ingram. It is one of the nicest facilities in our athletic conference. But Katie and her academic emphasis is sort of the tip of the iceberg on a team that is not only athletically excellent, but most importantly, often wins the team GPA contest at Pfeiffer. In fact, in addition to education, many members of Katie's team experience a great deal of success in that Don Walser School of Nursing, which is also so highly rated in our state. I'm so encouraged that unlike most schools where afternoon athletic practices and required clinical rotations in nursing prevent student athletes from majoring in nursing at all, at Pfeiffer, our academic departments and our athletic coaches have decided that they will go out of their way to ensure that any student majoring in any discipline can play any sport. As someone who was once a member of an NCAA team while attempting to navigate successfully through a rigorous undergraduate curriculum, these things are near and dear to my heart. Such challenges, whether perfecting a softball pitch or practicing a solo as a member of the choir, even if you're not a member of the music major, sharpen our students, challenge them, and teach them how to leverage their skills, but to leverage their skills as part of a team. For one day, they will be on a faculty. They will be in a church choir. They will be on a team composed of a nurse and a PA and a doctor and an occupational therapist, trying to save a patient's life, trying to teach a patient to walk again. They might be a former English major serving on a president's cabinet at a university, or perhaps they will be a theologian launching a career as a youth minister on a church staff. It is this belief that intimate classes and campus wherein you are known, that keeps me personally on the staff of a university like Pfeiffer. They keep me sticking with Pfeiffer. In recent days, my family and I have made a couple of personal decisions. We have, in a way, decided to renew our own pledge to Pfeiffer. We have signed a 5-year contract extension wherein we pledge to continue serving here, and we have decided to increase the size and the length of our own financial pledge to the university. With Pfeiffer Day 1 week away, we hope that you too will make an intentional decision to look at the evidence, to look at the lives of Josh and Jayla and Kayla and Katie Michaels. Look at the life of Slice Penny, a seminarian who spoke here last year. Look at the life of John Payne, a leader in student government here and now a student at Wake Forest Law School. Look at the lives of these students and see if you might make your own decision to stick with Pfeiffer. Give to the annual fund if you think that what matters most to you is allowing the president to use your gift in a way that he decides is most needed in this fiscal year. Or give to your favorite academic or athletic program, the Don Walser School of Nursing, for example, if you know of our need for improved simulation equipment. Give to track and field if you've met Coach Marchenko and our champion cross-country runner, Madison Lowry, but know what an on-campus track would do for student recruitment or summertime revenue at Pfeiffer. Give to music if choir was the single greatest team of which you have been a member in your lifetime. As I tell our students almost weekly, your calling is where your great gifts intersect with the world's great need. And though I am speaking to them in most contexts about their intellectual gifts and their physical gifts, tonight I challenge you to use your gifts. Volunteer here. Ask about serving on a board or a council here to see if your discipline meshes well with our needs in academic planning or finance or student government or student life or campus ministries. Learn here, give here, stick here with Pfeiffer. I thank you so much for listening to these remarks. And I thank you for joining us tonight on this St. Patrick's Day Eve.
Dr. Bullard,
I thank
I thank you for your time. I think our viewers are going to stick with Pfeiffer. Thank you for sticking with us.
Okay.
As I look out into do you hear that? Do you see that? We have another special guest that wants to speak with us.